so
She's hot.
cute.
She's got a kimono.
She's
She
adorable.
bae. She bae.
She bang. She bang.
She didn't really have. She didn't really
moves.
have her own episode, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she sucks.
She doesn't suck. But honestly, my.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Anime Summit podcast. Thank you for coming back week after week and listening to us yell at each other about why anime sucks and why it's great. I am your host, Sam, and with me is Danny the Fanny.
I'm officially out of the closet, guys.
And Anime Summit best boy, no tier Nick.
I got nothing, man. I'm just sitting down. Oh, I cleaned my room, so that counts. I cleaned like a year worth of mail, like old mail. Just shoveled it into a garbage bag. Felt great.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey,
Probably bills in there. Probably a paycheck or two. No big deal.
paycheck or two, no big deal.
I'm like the guy in Caddyshack.
So for some context, Danny would go into her closet to record,
Yep.
and after we would about to stop recording, she's like, "Okay, hold on, I'm gonna get out of the closet."
I'm gonna get out of the closet, guys.
And then me and Nick would be just in the corner and be like, "Gay."
I think I'm pretty sure I was pretty vocal about me recording in the closet on a few episodes. But but for those of you who don't know, I used to record in my closet, but now I'm officially out of my closet now. So, yay me!
You ever just sat in your closet for the whole night?
For the whole night? Like
the
I
whole
sleep
night.
Or
in
for
there?
like most of the night? No, just like most of the night, just playing on the phone or something.
No, legit. One time,
That's something I would do though. I'd forget that I was in there.
Our guest room across the hall in my house has a walk-in closet, and legit, I brought my TV in there one time, and me and Trisha built a fort in there, and we slept in there, watched movies all night.
That's
it was
cool.
Sick.
Yeah, that's great. I like.
I would do that with my closet, but the thing is, the light in my closet is a motion sensor light, so if
So it goes off and you get
Yes,
like waving
so-
or
Danny
shit.
has,
Yeah,
Danny has her
and
night terrors
and
that'll
I-
turn on.
and I'll be every time I would be recording with you guys and the light would go off, I would have to wave my arm for the stupid light to go on.
Oh man, All right.
The struggles of being a podcaster.
that's fucking funny, dude. We're just gonna get right into it, okay? Because we got a lot of stuff to go through, but we are doing fall 2018 review. Let's go. Links.animesummit.net. Okay, you can go there and you can find everything. And please buy t-shirts. I'm gonna link that in the announcements because I don't think the one on links.animesummit.net works.
Buy your shit.
And
Whoa.
Nick put out a Twitter poll for seasonal stuff, and we're gonna be going off some of that too. Okay, when we do the power rankings and all that stuff. So let's do it. And we're not gonna do Waifu of the Week or Husband of the Hour because we got it in our fucking thing here. Now we're gonna do this how we did it last time, because last time it was super fucking awesome and super fun to do. We do award style, and which is funny because the Golden Globes just happened. Fucking shout out to the Golden Globes, I guess.
Oh yeah, we gotta name these awards. We'll call them the Summies.
The
Summies.
Danny's, Stannies, Sam's, Noms, and Nick's picks.
No. We need one word. Like it's not the Grammys. It's the Summies.
The
'Cause Anime
Summies. Yeah,
Summit.
Anime
The
Summies.
Summies. Oh my
The
goodness.
Anime Summies.
The Summies.
The
It
anime
sounds like cummies. That's why.
the anime Samalama Ding Dong.
Shamalama like ding dongs.
Shamalama Ding Dong Awards. Okay, so we're gonna do this how we did it last time. So let's get right into it. Yeah, we're gonna start. So it starts with best OP and ends with best ED, and then the best anime of the season after that, which is
Oh
fucking
shit!
awesome.
I think there's one in here that didn't fill out yet.
Oh really? Well, when we
Danny
get
didn't
to
fill
it,
one out.
I didn't fill out a couple of them, so
There's one. Yeah, one of them. Even I wasn't fucking sure what I was saying.
yeah. I just didn't know what to write, really. So
yeah. So
Just write whatever.
So, the past couple weeks we had fun. It was the holidays. We were fucking around. But now we're getting right back into it with fall review. Let's do it. Okay? Fall awards.
And then we will be doing the full year review. That episode will be out in about 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's a little bit late, but it's still earlier than the Crunchyroll Awards, so, we're beating somebody.
We're beating somebody. Fucking CR. Okay, here we go. And you know what? We're getting back into the grind and shit like that. I just want to give a shout out to all the listeners. And if it's your first time listening, Danny's now out of the closet, and
I'm
it's
out
great.
of the closet now.
And thank you for being here. And I fucking love you guys. You guys are fucking great. After the holidays were over, you guys were super supportive of all the shit being late and fucking up and whatever. So thank you for that.
And I also forgot to mention, it's officially, well, actually a couple episodes ago, I think it was Quokka's episode, which that was my first 1 year mark of being on the podcast.
Happy summit birthday.
Yay!
Yay! All right. If you like Danny, tweet at her and say, "We stand Danny." Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it, Nick. Let's do it. Best opening.
That's what every girl says to me on the first date.
So
Best OP?
No, they say, "Let's do it."
Let's do it. Hi, my name is Nick, and they just interrupt him. Let's do it.
I have autism. No, I'm just kidding.
So Nick's got it. The way he's got it is like Nick, Danny, and Sam. So we're just gonna do it like that, going down. Okay. So best opening. What do you got, Nick? Too Slick.
I chose Goblin Slayer. Whoa, I should really have the title for this opening.
My brother was super into that show.
Here we go. Opening theme, Rightfully by Millie.
He would message me in Discord randomly and be like, Goblin Slayer. He's like, Sam, I'm Goblin Slayer. I'm like, okay.
Dude, fucking A. So look, Goblin Slayer was pretty straightforward, like D&D style, hack and slash.
Hake and slash.
RPG type show, with episode 1 being really controversial because it had rape in it. But the opening itself was like, it was something I never really skipped, and I think we're all going to kind of agree. It's like, oh, we didn't skip our OPED that we chose because that's why we liked them that much. The reason I picked it is like the lyrics, like the girl singing it is just, it's really catchy to me, and dude, she's got like the mermaid outfit, like the Arya style outfit, and then it starts slow and it builds up and goes fast. You got the dice rolling on the screen. You got the Goblin Slayer red, the red eyeball with like the stream coming back. Everyone's running. It's fucking hype, dude.
It's dumb. I skipped it every time.
You got the goblins with their gnashing teeth and their ahegao tongues.
Walking around on the catwalk.
It's fucking sick though. It's like a horror style opening. It sounds like a horror show. It's great.
It is really cool. The opening animation is super cool. All right, Danny, what do you got?
I got the opening to The World in Colors.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That actually, title of that song is named 17 Sai. And it's sung by Haruka to Miyuki. I chose the OP, like best OP for me was kind of difficult. I kind of just like did this one off a whim, especially for new shows that are already over pretty much. I definitely probably would have picked Reincarnated as a Slime as probably one of my best ones, but it's still ongoing, and
you can pick that for the OP.
Well, I mean, the reason why I picked The World in Colors is because it's so visually appealing, especially with a lot of the colors that they put into the opening, especially like with the golden fish and stuff. The whole dynamic of that opening for the show really speaks on what the show is going to be about, and I think I do like that a lot, and the song is really catchy too, and it's very soothing, and it fits with the soundtrack of the show as well. So yeah,
hell yeah, I really like the art of that show.
Yeah, the art is so pretty.
Hashtag PA works.
Hashtag PA work. It's so delicious.
All of their art looks exactly the same. It looks good though.
PA work, same face. A1, same face.
No, PA works is like they have the same lens flare or whatever. And everything's by the ocean. Yeah. There's all these sparkles.
I chose Zombieland Saga because it's like
this one was fun.
The opening is it's just really fun. It's really kind of campy. They kind of do like a Power Rangers thing, and it's actually performed. The song is called Adabana Necromancy, which is fruitless necromancy, and it's actually performed by the idol group in the show, Fran Chocho or Fran Chuchu.
Fran Chuchu.
So it's done by all the voice actresses that do the
honestly
idols.
I really wish they would have kept that heavy metal opening.
I know, right?
That was
in episode 1, I think.
Yeah, that was amazing. I liked that one a lot. And then
well, this one's good too, though.
It's good. Really yeah, I mean, I do like the visual of that opening, especially with the whole like Power Rangers inspired crime fighting scenes and stuff. That's pretty cool. But I really liked the heavy metal one.
Yeah, yep. I really like the heavy metal ending to Asobi Asobase.
Yeah, that one's the best.
Yeah. That's gonna go on my
Save it for the end of your podcast.
Save it for the end of your podcast. Sorry about that. But no, I really like it. Super colorful, super fun.
Oh, dude,
really cheeky.
My favorite part of this opening is like past the minute mark when they're walking down the hallway, and you can see their thick thighs from the back.
Saiyan, dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm Super Saiyan 2 right now. That's what I'm saying.
I have a walking fetish when I see people walking. Oh.
You don't even want to do it with your partner. You're just like, yeah, baby, walk away from me.
Can you just like walk for a little bit?
You just walk for a little bit. I gotta get going here. Fucking Nick, God damn it, dude.
I'm sorry. Like I do want. I literally do want to see that. I want to see people's gait. Okay, it's like a racehorse.
Like a racehorse.
Super gross.
How's her gait? Is her ankle a little bit out of whack? Sorry.
3 out of 10. She's duck-footed.
It's like a 10 out of 10 person, but she has a slight duck foot. It's like, nope.
Yeah,
can't do it. I'm just kidding. I'm half kidding.
All right, fan service award. Fan service.
Oh yeah. This is like the dude. You remember in Evangelion when Misato was like, and we'll have more fan service next episode. Remember that? Like at the end of a couple of episodes.
Yeah, she did that in one of the Rebuild movies too. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I think of every time I hear the word fan service, because like they know they're putting it in there.
Right.
For me, I was a little torn between a couple. There wasn't like a ton of like super ecchi shows that I followed this season, so I just picked Goblin Slayer because there's multiple meanings to fan service. You got the sexy titties bouncing around, flopping in the breeze.
They did have a lot of booby shots in that one.
Yeah, and one time, dude, every time the ladies fight, their clothes get ripped off. All right, that's kind of hot.
Do you guys remember
about to get killed? I'm just kidding.
You guys remember? Do you guys know about the anime Najika?
Nausicaa?
Najika. Actually, if you bought the special edition, it came with panties. But
God.
Used panties.
It was about like this
that the producer probably
I forgot she was a detective or a cop or something. But all the bad guys that she got in firefights with were women, and every time she shot one of them, they would fall in such a way where it would
face
just be
down, ass up,
over gratuitous. Yes, like it was terrible. It's so stupid, dude. I gotta find a clip of that. It's hilarious. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Nick. Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, it's kind of a meme pick, Goblin Slayer. And the other part of fan service is like, it's so like pandering towards like the audience of like the D&D audience, because it had like literal dice rolling, and they they had their party and they talked about all the rules. None of the characters even had names really.
Gotcha.
So kind of played into that. Also, episode 1, if you're into that, just saying.
Yeah, God, there's so much.
Everybody's gonna get upset at me now.
There's a good video. Was it between Manime Matt and Mother's Basement where they talked about that? That's a good video. You guys should watch that on YouTube. Anyway, Danny.
My fan service. Like Nick, I was a little torn between a couple of shows. for this award, but I ended up choosing I'm Being Harassed by the Sexiest Man of the Year, which is a yaoi, and it's super, I mean, in that sort of category and genre, it's definitely fan service for girls who like BLs and stuff. So, you know, hot guy meets another hot guy, they start, you know, secretly dating and all that kind of stuff, and they do the sexy time. And
is it really rapey like every other?
No, it's not. No, it's not like rapey. I mean, obviously, like one of the characters is gonna say like, no, stop, and then the other one's like, oh, you know you want it, like your body is obviously telling you that you want it.
Rapey, so that's what rapey is, though.
Yeah, but the guy ends up like, you know, wanting it and stuff.
He ends up liking it, so it makes it okay.
Yeah.
It's like Mike Tyson. Oh, fuck you till you love me.
So
Danny, that's what every yaoi is. It's just men raping each other.
And then the other guy ends up liking it anyway, so.
God.
Yeah.
You guys are terrible.
Pro tip for everybody out there. That's how love works.
That's how love works. Don't listen to Nick. That's not how love works. Tell them some.
That is not. Absolutely not how it works.
Yeah, don't copy anime ever.
God. Just lost like 1,000 listeners. Fuck you guys.
You picked the rapey one too, Sam, okay?
You really did pick the rapey one?
I picked this
a little bit.
I picked it because it was just like, because it's like, come on, okay? I picked Uzumade because it was just like, dude.
It's so Brad.
You got that muscle fetish on there.
Fuck off with this garbage. I'm not watching this shit.
I had such
like her chiseled abs.
Japan's got to move away from this fucking shit. Like, give me a break, man.
I kind of want to like keep watching. I ended up dropping it, but I kind of want to see where it goes. Maybe it was just like
dropped it.
Maybe they just lost something in translation and it wasn't that pedo-y, but you know,
it wasn't that pedo-y. No, I mean, let us know. I mean, fuck. But like, that's the reason I couldn't keep watching it. I was just like, this is lame. Come on, get over this shit already.
This is like a perfect segue into our next award.
Perfect segue.
Nick.
Biggest disappointment.
Biggest disappointment.
Oh, okay, sorry. Nick should have
Name
said
pending.
It.
We should think of like fun anime names for every award category.
Well, yeah, like you have like the.
There's a couple down below.
Yeah, there's a couple. We'll get to those. Yeah, they're fucking funny. If people remember from last season when we did this, but yeah, go ahead. Biggest disappointment.
Oh, here we go. Let me. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
We can rename it next time.
Nick is typing in the show notes, changing
biggest
the titles.
Disappointment. Oh, damn. We should call this the Fully Coolly Progressive Award.
Damn.
Oh,
even though that came out in another season. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh no, let's call this the Berserk Award.
Ugh.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hashtag planning on the podcast. So for biggest disappointment, I chose Uzumade because it actually did have really good animation and like the characters were pretty cute, and then it ended up just being like a little too lolicon for me, and like not in the way that's like cute and funny where like you know girls in a band or something, but it's like she was just like the way it was like oh man, My Girlfriend is a Gal. That show where they had one of the guys was literally just a pedo and that's all he ever said.
Yeah,
it was kind of like that a little bit. Not as bad, but it had enough of that to just make me like, I'm gonna do other stuff.
Yeah, just like I'm gonna go play Magic.
But it looked great. It had like some really cool animations. So
it did look really nice. Yeah,
I had such high hopes for this one, like especially Uzumade.
Because the idea was funny.
The idea and the concept of it was hilarious, you know, and an ex-military girl retired and everything, and she's a maid now, you know. It was super funny because, you know, like there were those funny moments where she all of a sudden Like, you just see her muscles out of nowhere and stuff, and she's just babbling on and everything. But then all of a sudden, you know, like that, it was just so pedo-y every time. Like, honestly, the one scene that drew the line for me was when she was like imagining the little girl signing the marriage license papers, and I'm just like, God, that's so bad. Like, that's not even fun. That's not even funny to even put into an anime at all.
Yeah, because it's like, considering like there's still countries out there where people do that to like 12-year-old girls and shit. It's like, it's like.
I mean, I'd be slightly okay if she was a little bit older, but she's like, what, 8? Right?
Yeah,
like
she's like, a porcelain little Russian doll.
She's a grade school girl and stuff, and this woman is like, what, in her mid-20s, maybe early 20s.
I don't think it's okay at all. Like, but
at the same time, it's all like it's definitely nothing like After the Rain.
Yeah, that one did the age gap right.
Yeah.
Yeah, After the Rain, they because I mean, when you're 17 years old, you know, you're kind of
save it for the end of your podcast, Sam.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
We might have that on our list. Maybe you'll have to tune in.
But it's a perfect example to compare it to. You know, like, that show did it right, and this show did it wrong.
Right. Gotcha.
So.
Okay. Biggest disappointment for me was Bloomin' to You. And here's why.
I can agree on that.
Because, like, we had Citrus, right? And it was like, God, this is stupid. Like, it's fucking dumb.
Well, you're saying this is bad as Citrus?
You're my
what?
stepsister.
Yeah. Bloomin' to You was like, okay, this anime has a chance of actually having, like, an awesome lesbian relationship in it. Like, an actually decent Yuri. But then it turned out to be as boring as, like, every other romance out there. And if we're talking about true LGBTQ equality here, then that's good, right? Because it's supposed to be boring. Every romance anime that's come out lately is boring.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling you guys for a long time. If it's just a romance, like, that's an uphill battle, man. That's gonna be a hard fucking sell. Right. There's like a handful that I can name that are actually good. That's just pure romance. Like,
right.
You got to have something else in there. You got to have another. You got to have like the Snow White with red hair, where they're like battling kingdoms and shit.
Right.
You need that.
Right.
You need some other conflict, not like, oh, we're doing a school play. Boo. Boo.
And, you know, I'm in a lesbian relationship myself, so I'm just like excited. And I was gonna ask Trisha to watch it if I liked it, you know. And then
it is a good show. It has a good soundtrack. It's just a little boring.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish it was, but like, I don't know. I was excited for it because it was gay stuff, and then yeah. Anyway,
dude, if they would have just combined like the spit strings of God, what's that show that Quokka likes that I watched? Oh God, Sakura Trick,
yeah.
Yeah, if they combine like the spittle strings from that and Citrus and the rapiness from Citrus, put it into Bloomin' to You, boom, perfect show right there.
God damn it. Oh man. All right.
I'm just saying.
Let's do the shut the fuck up. Let's do the complete opposite now. The Giga Drill Breaker Award. Best moment. Nick.
Oh shit. Okay, I just put down like the entirety of Gridman episode 9. This was kind of like almost not quite the climax, but like the pre-climax to Gridman, where you've already found out like Akane's role in the world, and it just gets like crazy and like crazy shit goes down. I don't want to spoil it, so I don't know. Sam, do you have any like other comments on that one? You know the episode, right?
Yes, yeah. And I mean, obviously, you know, the rest of this podcast is going to be light spoilers, but we're trying our hardest not to. But yeah, no, Gridman was one that I loved, and it almost like, you ever seen the movie Memento?
I know what it is. I haven't
I've seen
it.
Memento.
Yeah, it's or what dreams may come. It's like that, like, and shit is repeating, and you're kind of just like, the episode is called Dream, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? And it almost kind of tells shit like in a weird way, and then all the characters get lulled into a sleep by the villain, and then when they wake up, every time one of them wakes up, you're finding out another thing, and it's like, because it's cutting back from them to the villain, like, narrating it, because she's like in every one of their dreams trying to convince them to stay there, and it's just like every time she's doing it, you're finding out what it is you're actually looking at and watching, and it was just really crazy. Like, it's fucking cool, dude. It was really cool.
Yeah, and it was by a first-time director too, Akira Amamiya. This is like his first full directorial role, so that's really impressive too.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking cool. It was crazy. It just kind of, and like what Nick said, it like makes the climax that much better, because this was like the, you know, like when in storytelling, how the climax, it's like an uphill, and then there's the point at the top, which is the actual climax, and then the downhill.
Yeah, and then the falling action or whatever.
This was falling action. Yeah, this was the perfect uphill to that. Like, it was super.
Although
cool.
A lot of times anime just likes to have the climax on the last episode.
Right. So then there's the falling action or the downhill is just like, it's like
a second.
Yeah, it's almost non-existent, or yeah. But
well, and sometimes with anime too, they're like, oh, read the source material. Like the famous one is Berserk, where they have the climax, and then it just abruptly ends because they're just like, fuck you.
Fuck you. Yeah. But yeah. Sorry, Nick, I didn't mean to like hijack you there. But yeah.
No, that's good though, because you had a better detail for it.
Me and Danny.
Dude, I feel like
they
got some different animators doing this one. I'm watching clips of it, and like some of the cuts are really. It looks like they brought in some like hired guns. I think Trigger likes to do. Well, a lot of anime studios like to do that. They'll have some Sakuga moments that they're like, shit, we're bringing in this OG motherfucker to do some key animation.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like the Yodopan cubes and like the exploding, I forgot the word for it, like the missiles. You know how like in like robot shows they have the missiles shooting in every which direction?
Yeah, but then they all zoom into the target, and it's like...
Yeah. There's a word for that. One guy basically invented that.
It's a stream of explosions.
That's the idea of it. Like they'll bring in a mercenary and they'll
Is it like Kaneda style or something? I don't know. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, they just go ham on it.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I think me and Danny picked the same thing for both of ours.
We did. I couldn't think of anything different. So, but that
it was episode 8, by the way.
Yeah, that
okay.
That moment that
you guys picked yours.
That moment definitely kind of hit me hard, slightly. So, because like, I mean, my mom isn't dead, obviously, like, but my parents are divorced and stuff.
Whoa,
so.
hold on. You go back, step back a minute. What was your moment?
Well, with Lily and her father. And
so episode 8.
What show?
Zombieland Saga.
Zombieland Saga.
The audience can't read our sheet. You have to say what it is.
Zombieland Saga. Lily finds her father finds her, but he's not sure if it's really her and stuff. He just thinks that Lily reminds him of his daughter. So, but yeah, my parents are divorced and stuff. So, and growing up, I didn't really have a strong relationship with my father. So, but now I do. So when it comes to certain themes, especially when it comes like to a father figure, I get really sentimental. So I did like slightly like choke a little bit when that like episode came out, and she did like her little song and stuff at the end.
For him,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
So your moment is kind of on the outer parts of my moment, but it's the same episode. My moment is when they reveal that she's actually a trans girl, which is fucking amazing for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking cool because it's not like a trap thing, which is like whatever. But
I'm the token trap character.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like Felix from ReZero or some bullshit. Like she's...
I like how you picked Felix as your favorite character from that show at one point, Sam.
Because I like I like Felix.
I like tokens, token characters.
But like no, like, the guy, her dad, it goes up to her and is like about to like pick her up or whatever, and then Saki kicks him in the face because she's thinking, oh, this dude's trying to do something. But then like she reveals that was her dad, and the way she died was she had a heart attack because she saw a facial hair, so she died from a heart attack.
Yeah. She died Kazuma style, like from Konosuba.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Death.
Which I think is like, as a trans woman, it's pretty funny. Like, I fucking have to shave my face and I look stupid, but like, it's just, that's really cool to me, and it makes me feel really good. And I had to binge watch this because I procrastinated really bad on this show. But like a couple weeks ago, shout out to Mac. Actually, it was like 5 weeks ago. Mac messaged me in Discord, and he's like, Sam, when you get to this episode, you're gonna love it, and I want you to message me. I want you to message me when you see it. And Mac is like trying really hard to like understand where I'm coming from and the struggles I have with my gender identity. So he messaged me that and was like, dude, it's perfect. Like, you'll love it. And I did love it. It was awesome. It was really cool. But it made Danny's moment that much more powerful. And she kind of was thankful that she was a zombie because now she doesn't have to, like, zombies don't age. So now she doesn't have to go through the
puberty stage,
the puberty and shit and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, they had a great quote. She's like, "I'm a permanent grade schooler." I was like, "Oh, that's a little sad."
Yeah. But dude, no, like, that reasons like that is why representation is important. And to my surprise, when I saw articles about it on the internet, a lot of the comments like at the bottom were not like a bunch of asshole dudes going, oh, politics. It's like, it's not about politics. It's about, these are actual people. Like, that's my life, dude. That's some of the shit that I go through with my gender identity and stuff is life or death for me. Like, it's real shit. It's not politics. This is real shit. You know what I mean? So like, it was really cool, and they didn't make a big deal out of it.
It was very subtle. I mean?
Yeah, it was just like, no, I'm Lily. That's who I am, and this scared me, so I had a heart attack. And my dad always loved me that way, and that's awesome. Like,
dude, fan theory. Her dad is Mr. Braun from Steins Gate, the CRT guy.
Holy shit,
it's
dude,
the same guy.
Right. Holy
no, he's voiced
shit.
by Christopher Sabat. I think they both are. I'm
really?
pretty sure they both are.
Yeah. Christopher in the English dub for Zombieland Saga, Lily's dad is voiced by Christopher Sabat.
I watched maybe 5 episodes dubbed and the rest subbed. But yeah, he had the same voice actor.
That's awesome. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to drag on too long on that. But like, for me that made me feel really good, and I loved it. So, I don't know how other trans people feel about it. I can only speak on my experience, but I fucking loved it. And a lot of the articles I read about it, a couple of them were written by trans people, and they loved it too. So yeah, it's awesome. It's kind of nice. It's a nice feeling. And like I said, they didn't make a big deal out of it, and it was just kind of subtle. It was just kind of part of her story. The main part of her story was reuniting with her father, and that's what was important, and that he was supportive of her and all that stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, finna cry right now. Get a little emotional. Okay, here we go. Next word is pretty funny. I like this one. The Mayoiga.
Yeah, man.
The Mayoiga Award for WTF moments for what the fuck. Here's the thing, okay? When we say this shit to you guys, you can't say what the fuck. Okay? You can't what the fuck our what the fuck. Okay? Like, this is our what the fuck. Like, we saw this and we were like, what the fuck? So, Nick, what the fuck are you talking about?
I wrote down a couple of them. I guess it's not really what the fuck. I think I'm gonna go with the reincarnated as a slime. The scene where the slime character is talking to, I forgot her name, but she's like an old warrior, and she like, it's actually pretty sad. She's like about to die and pass away, and then she's like, "Can I rest inside you?" And I'm like, "Oh shit." Because he's a slime. He's so powerful. He can like just absorb people and like any object. And so like he kind of like saves her legacy.
Her name's Shizu.
Yeah, Shizu. Yeah. And like then he gets also like her human appearance, sort of.
Okay.
He turns into a cute anime girl when he when he like transforms into a human. That's the other what the fuck, because he didn't have any genitals, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, he didn't.
Well,
he didn't have. He was like genderless, but he could also like make himself have a gender or whatever. And then
he can make
like,
himself older, or like his clone. At least he can make them look older or appear as feminine.
Yeah.
I mean, half the scenes in Slime are pretty what the fuck, where he just like, oh, you need 12 of this rare sword that takes 2 weeks to build. Here you go.
Honestly,
and he just poops out 12 of them.
I mean, that's kind of pretty much my what the fuck moment, is that Slime is just so OP. Like,
oh yeah, we love Slime. Stand.
Slime is just too overpowered, and like he can practically do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that I was just, every time, when I was catching up on the show, and every single episode was never a dull moment. Every episode. I think though, a good heartwarming one was when he kept like naming everyone that he met.
Oh yeah, he named the goblins, and they grew up and got like muscular.
They got like
and stuff.
They became like hobgoblins and stuff. So
yeah, but not the Goblin Slayer style where they rape everyone.
No,
these are friendly.
Yeah,
goblins.
right.
These are friendly goblins. These are the better goblins.
They're friendo gobos.
So
for my what the fuck moment, or my yoga moment, I chose the fact that in Gridman, the Axis Armor team they're called the Neon Genesis Junior High students. Like, it's such a blatant like reference.
Classic trigger.
Yeah, it's just like, okay. Like I thought that was funny. And then it's also funny, like there's in Nick's Giga Drill Breaker moment, his best moment was episode 9, the dream moment. Or no, was it that episode? Or no, it was it was the one after, when they're all kind of like figuring out what to do and shit.
No, they're revealed. They say Neon Genesis Junior High in like the second episode.
Right, but I'm talking about there's the other part, the other moment that's part of that is, it's episode 10. I have it written right here. So the one after the dream, when Utsumi on his homework.
Yeah. It's just like a blatant callback.
Yeah, he writes, "God's in his heaven, all is right with the world," which is the...
I think they changed it slightly. It's not exactly the same as the Ava version.
Yeah, no, the Ava version, all and is like one word, which is... Or isn't it? I don't fucking know. But basically, it's the mission statement or slogan to Nerve or whatever. But like, yeah, dude, it's fucking funny. I just like, it's just so blatant, and it's just kind of like, you guys are just not hiding. But you know what though? I mean, Hideaki Anno, he says that Toei and Ultraman and all that stuff was a lot of inspiration, and Godzilla and kaiju stuff was a lot of inspiration for Evangelion. So it's kind of cool. It's almost kind of like...
It all comes full circle.
Yeah, it's kind of like shout out to the shout out to the shout out, which is kind of funny. I thought that was funny. Anyway, next award is Best Grill. Personally, I like propane, and propane accessories. Okay. I'm just kidding. Best Girl. I started watching King of the Hill again because I got Hulu. So fucking Best Girl. Let's do it. Me and Nick are going to fight on this one, but let's do it right now. Best Girl, Nick.
So then you two should go first.
Okay, so Danny goes last.
Danny should go first.
Okay. Danny, you go first, and me and Nick will fight.
Okay, so my Best Girl is Saki from Zombieland.
Okay, so me and Danny are going to fight right now because it's actually Lily. Go fuck yourself.
Come on.
No, it's actually the main girl.
Saki
Thank you very much. She's the hottest.
Saki is really cool.
I honestly, I loved Saki's episode. That episode was awesome.
The moped episode or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like they had to stop at the edge of the cliff, and she's just like, "Fuck it, I'm already a zombie. I'm just gonna keep going."
Gonna keep on going. Yeah.
I honestly can't decide if my favorite from Zombieland is Sakura, Saki, or Lily. Like, I just can't decide.
Or the I mean, I really like the geisha girl also. I forgot.
It's probably
her name.
Saki.
What's the geisha girl?
Oh, where she's like from like the old.
Yeah, she's like from the Edo
I don't like
period.
I don't like that Japanese style voice. So they're like I don't like that kind of voice. Except in Aria, I like that.
I just like her character design.
Yeah, her name is Yugiri from the Meiji Restoration.
Yeah, she's got the kimono. She's hot.
She's
hot.
cute.
She's got the kimono.
She's adorable.
She bang.
She bang. She bang.
She didn't really have her own episode, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she sucks.
She doesn't suck. Honestly, my one pet peeve about Zombieland Saga is like the CG moments when they were.
Yeah,
dancing.
the CG was kind of bad.
That was just like terrible.
Well, they did that like a couple of times. I feel like they were doing that on purpose, like Konosuba style, where they're just like, "Well, that's funny."
Well, you know, like in Love Live and Idolmaster, when they're performing, they do CG, but the CG in those are pretty good. This was just like
those anime make fucking boatloads of money. They print money with those anime.
Yeah. All right, Nick, you go ahead, and I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong.
Look, best girl of the season, and also potential waifu, Akane Shinjo from ssss.gridman.
Okay, here's why you're a bitch. Because it's Rika from Gridman. Because
here's why you're
thighs.
a bitch.
Okay.
Akane also has pretty thick thighs. Maybe only 80% is thick. That's good enough, though.
The fucking character designer of Gridman said, "You know what? I wanted a girl to have thick thighs, so that's how I drew her." He legit said that.
Yeah.
About Rika.
That's awesome. I'm not denying that. Rika's she's hot. You know, I would squeeze her thigh like the goblin from Goblin Slayer. That's what I would do.
God damn it, dude.
But no. Look, Akane is the best girl because she's the main character of Gridman.
Yeah,
she's
but
like
Rika's the main
crux
character
of
as well.
All of the events. Rika's like she's like almost a side character if you think about it. I don't want to spoil Gridman, but there's a reason that Rika and the rest of the cast aren't as fleshed out as Akane. And it all makes sense when you watch it.
Kind of right.
Plus, Akane's voice alone will make you nut. If you're watching the subtitle, which I fucking hope you do, watch the subtitle. Don't watch the dub.
Watch the dub.
Dude, her voice actress,
so you can make Nick mad.
Oh my god, I need to give a shout out. Who's her voice actress? Reina Ueda, dude. Oh. ASMR every time she talks. She's like, it's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I do got a thing for, and you know, because I fucking said it. I've said it many times on this podcast. I do got a thing for lavender haired or white haired girls in anime. I might have to secede to Nick on this one.
No,
but
don't
I'll let you
do
know
it,
right
Nick.
Now.
Don't.
Look.
No.
If we're talking purely sexual, then I'll pick Rika. But if we're talking like full character arc, she has like a big personality and she learns a lot and like she grows and everything, and her voice makes you nut, then I gotta go with Akane.
Okay, here's what we do. We fuck, marry, kill our best girls right now. Fuck Rika, marry Akane, kill Saki because she's already dead.
It's a win-win.
All right, let's do it. Next award. Soapboxiest show. This is where we rant about shit, right? Isn't this where we rant about?
Basically just like a little mini rant.
Okay, go ahead.
I still feel like you guys don't understand the meaning of soapboxiest show.
I don't think I understand it. So
Isn't this
like,
where we stand?
Has them use soap?
No, it's where we stand on a soapbox and say, "Here's why."
Yeah,
it's kind of like hot
like
take, isn't it?
Like those crazy guys at college campuses who are like, "Oh, like the end is upon us."
Okay.
Revelations.
Well, then you can't put like soapboxy.
I kind of feel like this award is the same as the.
I keep thinking of it as like, you know, like a soap, like it's a drama, like a
That's a soap opera.
That's what I mean. Like soap.
Look at the parentheses, Danny. Host rants. There you go.
Whatever.
Well, I thought this is kind of like hot take award though, so it's kind of like
a little bit. You could just do. It's a free roll.
It's a free
basically, I'll start out. I do understand why, just because it's like a meme at this point. But like, why does every fucking Sword Art Online villain have to be so rapey? What's the deal with that? Every single one from every single arc is just like the serial rapist. Look, one time, I get it. You want to do it for one villain. Way to delete my carefully typed out sentence, Danny.
I undid it. I'm sorry.
I'm looking at the doc right now.
I undid it. I realized what I did. I undid it. Don't worry. It's better now.
We're like all looking at the show sheet like on Google Docs and just fucking.
I'm watching her like fumble around.
Yeah. Fucking Nick is trying to talk and Danny's over here just fucking shit up.
I fixed it though. I controlled C'd it. I command C.
But no, I know I agree with you, Nick. Like it's kind of like, and here's the best part about it though. They always get like cut the fuck up, which is great. But at the same time, it's kind of like,
especially in Alicia's Asian.
yeah. It's like, but I get what you mean. It's kind of like not every villain has to be like a fucking rapist. Okay, like.
Well, that's how you know they're a villain, Sam. Don't you understand? How else will I know?
Well, I mean, Akihiko Kayaba was like the villain of the first arc, right? And he was just kind of like, I don't know. I think maybe they like wanted to overcompensate or something because like they made him kind of like you felt bad for him a little bit and some other.
Well, no,
shit.
I guess the very first arc, the guy who created SAO wasn't, but then the characters in game who are villains, there was still rapiness in that first arc though with what is it, not Black Mesa, that's Half-Life. What are they called? They're like the something
Laughing
Knights.
Coffin?
Laughing Coffin, yeah. Laughing Coffin has like a bunch of rapey dudes, so, you know. Pretty sure they did. Anyway, yeah, SAO. Maybe dial it back on that for next season.
Or just not make another SAO series ever again.
That's blasphemy, Danny.
Danny, calm down.
It's just so boring.
You're boring.
So are you.
So Danny's gonna go off of what I'm gonna say. So I'm just gonna go next. I'm gonna stand on my soapbox right here, real quick. I don't get why
you better stand on. You better get 2 soapboxes.
I don't get why everyone likes Bunny Girl Senpai. Like I'm just not into it. Like I don't know. Like it just like it's not. Everyone on the Discord and even our Twitter poll was like, you know, I thought it was just kind of boring. I don't know. Like why
don't you like it, Sam? You got to convince us that it's bad.
It's just boring. Like I don't care.
It's not that it's bad. It's just that it's super slow pace and it's like for the content and the concept of it was okay, but how it was like developed, I guess, like how it was aired and stuff, and how like the screenplay and the screenwriting was portrayed, like storyboard and stuff. It was just like, I don't know. It didn't tell you like what the story was really focusing on. You know, like the first episode was about the freaking Mai, you know, her not being able to like be seen by other people, and then like boom, you know, that's all done and over with and stuff after, you know, a couple of episodes, and then all of a sudden there's another problem. And then once that problem is done, boom, there's another problem. And then all of a sudden it's about like Kaede. So
yeah, well they have their little mini arcs. There's like 4 of them.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just, to me, it was just like compared to how the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya was portrayed, was so much better.
You guys aren't gonna like this, but you two agree with Digibro.
I actually really like Bunny Girl Senpai.
Did you made a video? I'll link it to you later. You made a video just crapping all over Bunny Girl Senpai, and then you had to make a follow-up one because everyone was giving him shit for it.
I actually like Bunny Girl Senpai now, so.
I'm still standing.
Sounds like I redact my previous statement.
I mean, I'm still standing by that. I'm not really a fan of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm not.
It's similar to Origami,
fine, you know.
Haruhi, Monogatari. Look, if you want a top quality version of this type of story, where like a guy helps a bunch of girls with adolescent syndrome and like, he helps girls with their problems basically, then watch Monogatari. It's a long series, but just start with Baki Monogatari, and like you got to plow through it. That show is literally 10 times better than this. And the show is okay. I think it was a fine show, but you guys, that's okay. And not everyone has to like it.
Just the hype for it is kind of unnecessary, you know.
Yeah, I think it
calm
was a
down.
little overblown. Like I agree that it was overhyped a little bit. I think it did have a lot of like really high good moments where whenever Mai was on screen pretty much. But then like if you step back and think about it and like the overall picture, I kind of agree that it's overrated.
I mean, I did the one character that I really like. There were actually two characters that I really liked in
Scientist girl.
Yeah, Rio, she was awesome. For like Rio Futaba, she was one of my favorites, and Kaede, like the little sister, she was adorable. You know, she liked her amnesia self.
She had an Oni-chan complex.
Yeah, she was really cute. She had, she liked pandas, and she was in a little panda onesie and stuff, so that was adorable. Like I think like the one episode that I actually really liked was when Mai and her little sister swapped bodies.
Oh yeah, they Freaky Friday.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. You know, like how that portrayed and stuff, and they became closer as like siblings and stuff. But overall, it's definitely like it's an average show. It's really not.
Oh no, it's above average.
Me, honestly, for me, it's an average show.
Here we go.
Okay, so for you, it's we gotta mince words here. For you, it's satisfactory, but if we're talking average, then you got to go through the whole season and like watch everything and tell me that's not above average.
I did watch the whole season. I watched like.
You're saying this isn't any better than half the shows.
I watched the first episode about 5 times, and I still thought it was freaking
5
boring.
times.
All right. Well,
I had to force myself to watch this because it was just like my eye wasn't getting caught by it and stuff.
We got to sit you down and make you watch. One of these days, I'm going to make all you guys watch Bakemonogatari. You know what? We should do like a 10th anniversary of that because that came out in 2009.
I have been trying to I did want to watch that because I watched the first 2 episodes a while ago.
That show's hard to get into.
When I wanted to buy the White Schwartz deck. And I just stopped watching it because
it's fucking hard to get into.
I'm just comparing it to Haruhi Suzumiya because I liked Haruhi Suzumiya.
Digibro also compared it to Haruhi.
Oh my god. Okay, anyways.
I don't really care what Digibro thinks, in all honesty. This is what we think, not what he thinks.
I'm just trying to make you guys salty.
Anyway, let's get on to the fight. Let's get on to the next thing. Best Guy. Best Husbando. Nick.
Oh yeah, here we go. Producer from Zombieland Saga.
Yeah,
Totoro.
I can agree on that. Yeah.
Voiced by, oh my god, what's his name? The legendary voice actor. He also did
Mamoru Miyano.
Yeah. Dude, whew. That guy just like walks into a room. They don't even give him a script. He just fucking rips. I bet they don't.
He just goes.
He's like Robin Williams. He just goes. Yeah. My favorite parts were like whenever he would like berate the girls and then they would hit him back and he'd be like cowering on the floor like piling dirt into his mouth. He's like dirt. I need to get an emoji like that. Discord emoji.
He even he played Ignis in Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15. Did not know that.
Yeah,
he's most well known for Okabe.
He plays Rin in Free.
You would.
He does like everybody.
He does everyone.
How does he talk like that? This dude looks like he's 15.
He's light Yagami.
He has the voice of like a 40-year-old.
He's light Yagami in Death Note.
Yeah, he's done like every famous character you name it, dude. This guy's a god.
Yeah, he's 35. 35 years old. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, fucking Kotaro, dude, he's awesome.
Just like the way he screamed every episode, and like he never really explained anything to the girls.
He is also Tamaki Suo in Ouran High School Host Club.
Yeah, no, like in the first episode, he's like, "You're gonna become the best idol girl, and you're gonna do it." And she's like, "I can't." And he's like, "All right, let's go."
He doesn't listen to him.
My best quote is actually from him. Anyway, Danny, what do you got for best guy?
Okay, my best guy is Junta Azumiya from I'm Being Harassed by the Sexiest Man of the Year. This guy is just so fucking hot. He can bend me over and tell me to do things, like, without a doubt.
I thought you said he can bed me.
No, he
like
can
Game
bend
of Thrones
me.
style.
No, bend me over.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You're so straight, Danny.
Whatever.
That's my insult to Danny. It doesn't even make sense.
It really doesn't. But okay.
Yeah, instead of saying things are gay, that's what we're gonna do now. Just be like, dude, that's so straight. Come on. Like, no, he's hot though.
Yeah, no, he is. He's very sexy.
We're talking best guy, not the sexiest guy.
I mean, well, he is the sexiest guy. He is.
I
guess Psalms is pretty sexy too. Once we get to it.
Mine is.
You gotta link us in the chat, Danny. I don't want to type that.
He's hot, dude.
What do you mean?
Just right click, copy, paste.
Just right, yeah.
Oh, you actually. Oh. God damn it.
God damn it.
I just cut.
You just
cut
it
instead of copied.
Well, that's technically copying at the same time.
Okay, anyway.
But,
while Nick is
the doc by cutting
Nick is looking that up, I'll go to mine. Best guy for me is actually Honda-san, Skullface Johnson.
Honda-san, Skullface Johnson.
Skullface from Skullface Honda-san.
So awesome.
Bookseller.
Skullface. Wait, no, we have to really just rename
God.
it and be all like Skullface Johnson, Bookseller Honda-san.
Yeah.
The problem is Ancient Magus Bride had a Skullface Johnson too. Are they just all Skullface Johnson?
That's true. Well, no, Ancient Magus Bride, we call him Bone Daddy because
Oh, Bone Daddy, that's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jacob Chapman from Anime News Network. That's his Twitter handle.
Dude, Honda-san is just like, he's best guy because you know what? He's so patient.
Sometimes he freaks out. He gets major anxiety, honestly.
He gets anxiety, but
dude,
but
if
you
you
know
work
what?
retail, that's how it fucking goes.
No, it is for sure. For sure.
Like
no matter what setting, like whether it's books, whether it's like clothing retail or shoes, for example, because I work at a shoe store, but any sort of form of retail, this anime is like for sure how it is every time.
So this is like off topic, but I was at my job the other day, and this guy just one of my coworkers goes up to a customer and he's like, "Hey, can I help you? Can I help you with anything?" The guy's like, "No." And then a few minutes later, he's like, "Oh, I noticed you were banging around those lids. Is there anything you're looking for?" And the guy's like, "Excuse me, I don't like your tone." And he's like, "Maybe next time." He's like, "Maybe next time, guy, lay out, have some decaf coffee next time." And like there was so much hostility. Like he wasn't swearing, but he's just like, I've never been spoken to like this. Where's your manager?
Well,
what the fuck?
Dude, this guy was just like having a day. It was crazy. It's like, next time try the decaf. Next time try the decaf.
Dude, like Honda-san is so patient. Like he's, you know, man, he's great. He's a good guy. You just like want to give him a tip. Like he's just like, thanks for helping me find this book. Here's a $10 tip for just being.
Dude, I love how he's like asking advice for what manga in like episode 4, and all the like they go into the break room. They're like, they just list off. They're like 40-year-old guy, shoujo, blah blah blah, and they all just start listing manga.
Dude, I like they like bleep it out too because like they're actually referencing like actual. Like manga and shit too.
And then they're like, he ended up buying Berserk. he wanted a shoujo, but it's like.
Also, another thing that's great about this short is that the head of manga production in France, he was like a cameo in this, and he actually voiced himself. Frederick, I can't even pronounce his last name. I'll link him right now. But I thought that was pretty cool. That like he felt that he needed to acknowledge himself in an anime like this, and so low profile, at least in my opinion.
Gotcha. Anyway, so yeah, Skullface Johnson. Let's go to the next award. The People Die When They Are Killed award. Captain Obvious.
This I didn't write anything.
All right. I'm gonna start with Zombieland Saga. Just pretty much every time they reference that they're already dead. Like in the Lily episode, that was like really heartfelt and everything. She's like, one of them, yeah, she's like, I'm a permanent grade schooler. Like that shit's just so funny to me. And then the other part where it's like, what's the big deal? Who cares what kind of equipment she's got? We're all dead after all. And you know, it's both funny and poignant if you think about it. Yeah, so I think Zombieland had a lot of good moments like that. Pretty much anytime the producer Mamoru Miyano talked, it was one of those moments.
Yeah, yep. So Dan, do you not have one? You probably can find one, or
I couldn't find one really. I mean, if I had to pick, it'd definitely be probably like the moments in the time I was reincarnated as a slime, because in all honesty, you know, every time he fucking killed someone, like he killed like a monster or something, he just gained that ability and he just became stronger and stronger.
Unique skill, predator.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I did think the one funny part was when, in the first episode, where he was all like, "Oh, I hope so and so destroyed my USB," and then at the end of that episode, it's just that, you know, his subordinate throwing his hard drive into the tub.
Oh yeah. Gotta hide all that Uzume dojin.
Yeah, and then on the bottom of the screen is all like, "Do not attempt." So, I mean, I guess that could be my moment. Sure.
I picked Blonde Kirito from SAO, or AKA Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! I was like, what the hell is?
Yeah,
Blonde
I call him
Kirito?
Blonde Kirito because it's like some Kingdom Hearts shit, like, with, you know.
They reskinned Kirito.
Yeah. I don't know. He's just kind of a doofus. He's like the opposite of Kirito, okay? Like, he's... And then, like, it's just... I thought it was kind of stupid, like... And I don't know if this is so much of a Captain Obvious thing as much as it's just like, okay, that's fucking dumb. But, like... It's pretty known that when the Axiom Church comes to get you for violating, like, the Taboo Index or the fucking Bible or whatever, that they're gonna fucking kill you. But, like, he's, like, so sure that Alice is still alive, even though, like, everyone constantly is saying, oh, like, the Axiom Church, the Taboo Index, they're gonna come get you for violating it and they're gonna execute you. But, like, throughout the whole show, he's so sure that, like, she's alive and at the church in the central tower. And then when they see her... Sorry, I just fucking spoiled it. I'm so sorry. But, like...
Bleep it out.
Yeah, it's not that much of a spoiler.
Nah, I mean... Well, to be fair, the fucking opening shows her, like, right at the beginning. Like, yeah. Oh. But anyway, like, he sees her and he's, like, surprised. And it's like... Well, you were so confident that, like, you know, and I think it was more so that he was surprised that the person coming to get them was her, you know, and that she wasn't, like, I think that's why he was surprised, but it was just kind of like, oh, nah, this is why you're Blonde Kirito, I get it. I don't know. I like Blonde Kirito, but sometimes he's just like he's like, ah, man, I hate that he's like he has to do. He knows he's got to do stuff, but then when he gets called to do stuff, it's like, dude, don't be a wuss. Yeah, even at the end, like Kirito's like, dude, we're about to do this. You don't have time to hesitate and be a wuss factor. Like we're like, once we do this, like, you know, we might get wrecked, and that's gonna be the end. And he's just like, okay. But then, like, there's another part where he's still, even after that, he hesitates. And it's like, God, just fucking told you. Like, get your shit together. Anyway, I'm going to bring up SAO later, probably, in this award show. But anyway, the next award is the Jupiter Jazz Award, a.k.a. Best Soundtrack, not including the opening and ending, just, like, the soundtrack in general. So, what do you got?
Oh shit! Let me find the. Mine is "Bloom Into You." It was between this and one other. This and "Release the Spice" were my two finalists, but I'm gonna go with "Bloom Into You" because, it had the same composer who did. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, Michiru Oshima. Here we go. So this person, she did Snow White with the red hair. Yeah, that's it. So actually, it does sound a little similar to that too. And then she also did Full Metal Alchemist music for that, the original one. And you can really tell, like, "Bloom Into You," like, as boring as Sam thought it was, it actually had a really, really good soundtrack that kind of carried everything, especially like with the train scenes and whenever the girls are alone and everything, and there's like a build-up moment. It was just like this really soft-flowing, melodic piano. It was awesome. She also did Sora no Woto, the Sound of the Sky. So yeah, if you like Sound of the Sky, Full Metal Alchemist, dude, all that type of stuff, fucking check this out, because Bloom Into You has a really good soundtrack. So
okay, Danny.
I picked The World in Colors. Just the first episode alone, just the soundtrack in that first episode is so impactful, and the little, the small, the small sound effects, especially when they like cast a magic spell or something like that, and the small subtle, as like a train would go by or something, or the trolley and stuff. So, the series composition was done by Yuko Kakihara. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. I'm not sure. Sorry if I butcher people's names. She did Asobe Asobase series composition. So, yeah, she also did Gakuen Babysitters series composition. She also did the script for it too. She also did the script for The World in Colors as well. Yeah, I thought it was very subtle, and it worked, and it works with the show itself, and what what the story is telling and stuff. So I like it a lot, actually.
Okay, sweet.
Another example. Boring story, great soundtrack.
I mean, it's not so much of a boring story. I mean, yeah, the main character, she's like very dead eyes and stuff, Hitomi. But I feel like that's only because she's colorblind. Like, she can't see any color whatsoever. She's just pure grayscale, and that just fits her character. So
yeah, well, and I would argue that these soundtracks are more important to the quality of the show, because, like, our favorite show of the season doesn't necessarily need the best soundtrack.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Like these kind of carry these other shows that would otherwise be pretty middle of the road.
Yeah, mediocre kind of shows and stuff. So, yeah, I can.
Although I take umbrage. I think Bloom Into You is pretty good. I think it was above average. You guys didn't.
I might honestly. I mean, I might give Bloom Into You another chance. It's just that first episode was kind of like a little turned offish for me at least. It was just there was really no climax into the whole like love part. You know, that first episode, you know, they all of a sudden boom, like at the end, it's like, I love you too. It's like, whoa, okay. You might as well just end the episode, end the series right then and there.
No, Danny, you're getting too anime. You got to watch the series for the journey of the romance. They're in it. They're in the thick of it.
Yeah, but
it's not like the typical one where it's like they're chasing and then it ends when they get together, because that's been done.
I don't know. I guess
everyone yell at Danny.
It's just it was just too fast, and like I feel like they could have at least like prolonged it at least into episode 2 or something, not the first episode.
I mean, they do the same thing in
my
Ori
opinion.
Monogatari, My Love Story. That has like the same exact type of thing. Although that show is more fun, I would say. But
I mean, yeah, and not only that, like the main character is hilarious. So
we'll save it for the Ori Monogatari podcast.
I will.
What do we got next?
I just chose SAO for mine because I still like that soundtrack, and they did like newer versions for some like the battle themes and shit. So nothing special. I couldn't really think of any other ones. Oh, I guess the Zombieland soundtrack would be cool with all the songs they do. So I do like that too. But
that's an idol one. That's cheating.
It's an idol
they have
one,
idol songs. That you can still pick that. That's okay.
Let's do the next one.
Didn't want to cop out.
Biggest what-ifs award.
So yeah, like what if XYZ? What if at the end of Totoro they didn't find May? It's like the darkest timeline. They just found a shoe. It's just like, oh shit.
Oh
no. Yeah. So I chose Conception. What if they actually banged on screen in Conception?
I never really watched Conception, so I
a little more.
Really
yeah,
know.
You didn't really miss much. The whole premise was there's a guy who gets transported to another world, and he has to bang all of the astrological signs and like make babies with them.
What the hell?
And his superpower is that he can have sex or something. I don't even think they do have sex. I think they just like lay down or something. I don't know. They don't show it. They don't show a lot in that show. What if they animated the show at all? That's my thing. Because if they did and they made it into like a hentai, dude, that'd be pretty great. You know what I'm saying? But
jeez. Okay. My what if is, what if the Goblin Slayer didn't get help to slay the horde of goblins?
Then everyone would be dead and there'd be no show.
At the very end?
Yeah. Like, you know, like
he went
fucking
pummeled
he
by
went
the
to the
Goblin
guild.
King.
Yeah, he went to the guild and stuff, and you know, he asked for help, and everyone was like, "Nah, fuck that." So
right,
and then
he gets. Well, if you've seen Game of Thrones, you'll know what scene I'm talking about. I'll leave it at that.
I mean, I've never seen Game of Thrones.
He gets Cleganed. I'll put it like that. Boom.
Honestly, I feel like that ending would have been a lot better.
He just fucking dies.
If the main character just dies, yeah. End it. Boom.
That's stupid. Then they can't make a sequel.
Well, that's the whole point. It's a light novel. Not supposed
Danny, you gotta make money.
Whatever.
I thought it was based on a manga. Anyway.
It's a light novel.
You're a light novel.
Wow, that's an insult.
Yeah, you're a light novel. You're not even just like a regular novel. Mine is, what if Honda-san worked in a different retail place where the customers were worse? Here's the thing. Every different kind of retail place you work has, like...
It sucks.
You get it, you know, because you go into different stores looking for certain things, expecting a kind of service, right? So, like, that's the kind of customers you're going to get, where depending on where you work. When I worked at Michael's Arts and Crafts, we got teachers... we got half the time we got people who were looking for like things they couldn't find at Menards or Home Depot, like really specific kinds of tools and shit. And it was just like, nah, dude, like you got to go to like a specialty hardware store for that. Like, you got to go to like Ace Hardware or something, you know, that these big hardware chains aren't going to have. Like, we don't have it. And then we got the fucking moms who are buying their kids stuff for their kids, like science project last minute, and they're yelling at you because you don't have foam balls or something. And Honda-san worked at a bookstore, okay? And I've never worked at a bookstore, so I don't know what kind of customers you get in there. But, you know, I can assume that most people who read books, you know, the people who are huge bookworms out there, are pretty nice people, okay? But what if he worked at a gas station?
Oh, no.
Like, I worked at a gas station, and it's literally like...
Oh, I worked with you for like a month, I remember.
Nick worked with me. Yeah, Nick knows what I'm talking about.
I want to see Honda-san in a shoe store.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that'd be nice. Or Honda-san at like a computer repair shop or something.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
They're like, what motherboard do I get? He's just fucking frantically Googling.
He's like,
controlled by 4chan.
Or at a GameStop. Have him work at a GameStop. That's just annoying. God. That's just annoying.
Yeah, I just wanted to trade
at
in
a sex shop.
I just wanted to trade in my Xbox One, all the 10 games I got with it, my PS4 and the 20 games I got with that. My old Super Nintendo that's still in the box and it's wrapping, and the 10 games I got with that. Okay, we'll give you $450. Like, fuck you.
Okay, we give you $1.
I'll give you $1. But yeah, I think that'd be funny. See him work somewhere else.
Yeah.
The like, next award.
I mean but that's kind of like what Working Buddies is.
Yeah, Working Buddies.
Think about it.
Sam's anime of the year.
My anime of the year. Catface Johnson. My animes of the year are Skullface Johnson and Catface Johnson.
And Raccoon Face Johnson. What is it, Gretzico?
She's a red panda. A red
panda face Johnson. There you go. I added one to Danny's list too. You'll have to check it out later.
Okay. Climax or Gynax Award. Most memorable climax. That's what she said. Nice one, Sam. Or Nick.
We should start with Danny.
Bakugo plays badminton.
Hanibado, dude. It's the same character.
I know.
Bakugo plays badminton.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because Nick typed in he made the year of the year review show notes, and he typed in what he thought ours would be in our list.
Yeah.
And, for mine, he put like Catface Johnson, Skullface Johnson, because they're just gonna be stupid and just say all of the face Johnson.
I was like asking a question. I'd be like, maybe a Fujoshi.
Yeah. Did you guys like the show? I don't remember. It was like number 7.
Well, my number 3 is some sports show, probably.
Yeah, some sports show, probably.
Yeah, I wrote the word probably on there.
Yeah.
And you're all like, I forgot you guys liked Megalobox.
Yeah. Did you guys like Megalobox?
That's a sports show.
It is a sports show.
No, that's going to be on Danny's list.
Dude, definitely. I loved Megalobox was fucking sick. Anyway.
Dude, his voice actor, he's like the male version of Akane. Just like every time he talks, he's like, oh, nut.
Danny, you go first because...
In what?
You didn't write anything down, Danny. What's your favorite climax?
I don't know.
Let me scroll down. Okay. What happened? See, the problem, Danny, is a lot of yours are still ongoing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, that's why I didn't really answer that one, because most of the shows that I really liked are still ongoing.
What did you think of the Honda-san climax, which I haven't seen yet? I'm not quite done with that one yet.
I mean, Skullface Johnson is really freaking hilarious, and if you do work in retail and stuff, it's definitely something that you can relate to, because, I mean, even if it's a bookstore setting, you can still relate to the aspect of retail.
What did you think of the World in Colors climax?
I mean, I didn't finish that.
That's one. You didn't finish that one?
I didn't finish that one.
Damn it. What about Zombieland Saga? Is that one getting a sequel?
I think it is. I
know they sold like a buttload of Blu-rays. They sold like a crap ton.
I did appreciate how the I mean, this is a slight spoiler. How the producer knows Sakura. Like, they hinted it that they went to the same school and stuff. So, I was kind of upset that Sakura like got back. You know, she kind of remembered after she got hit by the van and stuff, and she kind of like semi lost all her memories from when she became a zombie until that moment. So
yeah, when she got Regina Georged.
Yeah. For the second time.
She got Kira'd.
So
spoilers.
I did think it was I was actually kind of scared on when like they were performing at that big venue, and how like the venue was just like falling apart. I was like waiting for like the whole thing to collapse and like everyone there just dying and becoming zombies. I was just waiting for that, but it didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
I was kind of hoping it would turn into like that episode of Space Dandy where the entire universe turned into a zombie. Have you guys seen that?
I didn't finish Space Dandy.
Dude, fucking awesome. Sam, you would love that show. That would be like one of your favorites. There's a whole episode where it's like the zombie outbreak starts and it's slow and everyone's like making fun of it. And then eventually every single being in the universe turns into a zombie, even the narrator of the show. It's great.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Plus there's a giant titty monster.
So me and Nick chose the same one we chose ssss.gridman.
That's the song of Gridman.
That's the song of Gridman.
That was really off key.
It's fucking Gridman. Dude, it's fucking great. And like Nick kind of semi brought it up before. But like, you know, obviously we're trying not to spoil stuff, but
we can give vague spoilers. So like, yeah, I guess it's kind of, it has like a almost not the same ending as Evangelion, but it's like a spiritual successor to it if you think about it, where the main protagonist / antagonist, it's basically the same person, is they have to like learn a whole bunch of stuff at the end. Basically Akane is trying to find her place in the world a little bit, and she's trying to come out of her shell. That's the whole crux of like the problem. And the way they do that in Gridman, where they have like a whole bunch of callbacks to Tokusatsu and the original Gridman, like the way they fight and like the way his suit looks.
Hybragent, yep. He becomes a Hybragent, yeah.
Yeah, and he uses like his special powers. Like he's got like it's like a force beam or something. I haven't seen the original Gridman. I couldn't tell you, but you can definitely tell that they took a lot of care to like pay proper homage to it. And it's like you got on the one hand you got the really exciting like fighting climax where they have all this Sakuga and the robots are Gridman's fighting against the evil Infernal Cop robot guy. And on the other hand, you have Akane struggling. She's like has her inner struggle. So it's kind of similar to Evangelion, where you got the robots on the outside and then like the inside the brain struggle going on. And the whole point is she's trying to get out of her shell and like come back to the real world. That's like that's the whole point of Gridman. And the way they do that, like the symbolism of like her like opening the door, all the characters giving her like encouragement and everything, and it's just like it's really well done overall. I mean, it's not like as well done as Evangelion, but like, or that's most things are, but like, it's like kind of close. So like, especially for the first time director, I think they did a really good job on it. Yeah.
I can't say it any better. I fucking love Gridman. I've seen some of the original when I was a kid, except I didn't remember that's what it was until like I looked it up. But yeah, the American adaptation is not like definitive. It didn't really finish, it was, but I mean, I've never watched any of the original, but yeah, like at the end, he he goes from the form he has throughout the show into the original looking Gridman, which is Gridman the Hyper Agent, and they even play like the original opening song of the Tokusatsu show.
Oh man, we should link in the show notes the somebody made a mashup of the 90s Gridman song with the new Gridman OP.
Yeah.
It's fucking hype. Oh my god. It's like perfectly timed too.
It is super fucking hype. Like,
it's so good. Like that's my real OP of the season, but it's not an official one. So
right, yeah, because the opening to Gridman is like
it's good. It's still good.
It's really triggerish. You know, you can tell it's triggering.
And they play that song a lot in the anime. Like that's one thing I would say is like Trigger tends to play the same like 4 songs over and over again.
Yeah.
Just like Kill la Kill. But they're good songs, but they just play them so much.
Right. But yeah. Anyway, Nick said it best, I think.
And I like how like the very end. I don't want to spoil it, but like it's kind of like unexpected at the very like last minute of Gridman. We're like, oh shit, that's what's happening.
Oh yeah, dude. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, because when you know it's revealed in like episode 9 and 10 like what the world actually is, and then oh man, it's crazy. Anyway, these next like 2 or 3 awards we're just gonna kind of poop through.
We're at an hour and a half right now.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna poop through these next kind because they're there for fun. Okay. The romance award.
We got a lot of them.
How can you say you love her if you can't even eat her poop?
I think that's from Night Shift Nurses. Oh god, this is gonna make you guys mad. Bunny Girl Senpai. Woo! I picked that.
I like it now. Remember?
Whatever.
My
Sakurajima is like so fucking bae. She's almost too perfect, but I don't care, dude. All right.
Sure.
I like how at the end when he like forgets her birthday and he's like racing toward her and everything, she's like he thinks she's gonna give him a kiss, but instead she like pinches his cheek and she's like, "This is the best reward I can give you." And she always has this thing where she stomps on his foot and he secretly or he definitely like outwardly likes it because he likes getting like at one point he's like, "I want to get suffocated by your thighs." Like he says that to her. So yeah, dude. Gotta go with senpai, man.
I feel like that's like something you would do, Nick.
I haven't done it yet, but like in the future, if I ever talk to a girl, then I will say that.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so I quickly changed mine to The World in Colors because it's low key starting to get into a romance. So, and it's pretty interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My original pick was I'm being harassed by the sexiest man.
Yeah, I could.
Damn it.
I could have put that.
If you rape them, they will love you.
God.
I mean, but this honestly, low key, I'm being harassed by the sexiest man actually has a really good plot. So, and it's really, really cute.
How large are their hands? Do they just have massive basketball-sized hands?
It's mentioned.
Because every gay show does.
No, it's funny that you say that because the main one of the main characters, he mentions that like his boyfriend's hands are larger than his. So...
Every girl nuts at the same time when they hear that. Oh my god! Did they say hands? Girls love hands. Life pro tip.
Hands are cool. I like beards more, but that's just me.
Well, specifically guy hands. Girl hands are sickly and weak and feeble. They don't look very good.
Wow, okay, cool.
If you ever look closely at a girl's hands, they're not aesthetic. I'm sorry.
I'm a girl,
Gotta
Nick.
Make sacrifice somewhere.
I'm a girl, Nick, and I have some pretty nice hands.
Look at your hands.
I got some pretty nice ones.
Guy's hands. Trust me.
No, I've seen some pretty ugly guy hands.
Well,
yeah, it depends. If you're like a plumber and you got like poop on your fingernails and shit.
Okay, first of all, hold on a second. I chose Bloom Into You because I didn't know what else to pick. But
that was a good one. I almost picked that.
I got a story to tell about hands though. Hold on. When I was in algebra in 10th grade, there was this guy. He was Cambodian, in my class, and he was like, I think he got held back on grades, so he was a little older. But his name was Savu, and he was really hilarious. But he was one of those kind of like ghetto Asian guys, like the really baggy jeans and the really big shirts. But he was hella good at math. Like, he was just super smart at math. I don't know. He like failed every other class but math. Anyway,
that's almost good though.
Right? Yeah. He goes up to the, you got a problem on the board, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to come up and do this one?" He's like, "Yeah, I do it. I do it for you." So he goes up there, and one of my girlfriends, she was like, "Oh my God, you have big hands," or whatever, right? And his response to that was to turn around and be like, "Okay, you have small hand then." And then everyone just laughed, like.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Dude, it was so fucking funny, dude. I died laughing because we were just like, dude, you go, man. Like, you're awesome.
Did she immediately throw herself at him? Because I would have. If I was a girl.
No, she thought it was funny. She was just like, okay, fuck you, like, whatever. But, like, no, he ended up getting married, and he's got a good job now. He's cool. He's a cool dude. Anyway.
You got big hands, though.
Yeah. You have a small hand then. Anyway.
Yeah. He's like putting a ring on her finger. You have a small hand.
He had like a thick Cambodian accent, so it's like kind of tropical Asian accent. Anyway. Next word is hot takes. So this is not really an award. It's more
this
like...
This one has a lot of overlap with... This one has overlap with the Soapbox. We should probably combine them next time.
We'll probably just combine them next time, yeah.
Okay, can we just skip it then? Can
we could skip it if you want.
Yeah, let's just skip it. Cool. Best quote, Nick.
This was from Gridman from Akane. She says, "Even in my dream, I can't force them," and it's in reference to her friends in the city that she created.
I want to watch Gridman again.
Yeah, I want to watch it again. The thing is, it's not a perfect show, but it does a lot of things
it actually
well,
really isn't. But it's just like the way it's presented. I don't know. Yeah,
it has like some really high highs. So yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like a good representation of what the show is about. Sort of that little quote there.
Agreed.
That's part of what it's about.
Danny.
I'm not a bad slime.
Rimuru from the Slime Show.
Yep.
The slime from the Slime Show.
I'm not a bad slime. He's an OP slime.
Mine was from Kotaro from Zombieland Saga. When on the first day, the only person who's awake is Sakura. Everyone else is still like, And he's like yelling and fucking screaming. And he's just like...
That's all he does is yell.
Yeah, he's like, you want to know stats? Look it up on Wikipedia. Oh, is that what you think? You think I'm Wikipedia? No, I'm the man who's going to turn you into perfect idols. He's fucking yelling. Like, he's got that really over-exaggerated voice, Man, Kotaro's fucking funny, dude. God.
I almost picked, like, the MC from Bunny Girl, and I'm like, what the fuck? Kotaro, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck? The next award is... This one's actually pretty important. The Poopa Scoopa Award.
Oh, no, it's the Pupa Scoopa Award.
Oh, because Pupa,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
You guys need to watch Pupa one time. It's 45 minutes. That's the whole show. It is one of the worst fucking things I've ever seen. Trust me, everybody needs to watch Pupa by Studio Dean.
All right.
Check it out.
Poopa Scoopa Award.
The Pupa Scoopa. I'm going to pick Conception. This is the one where he has to fuck all the astrological signs, but he doesn't actually fuck them.
Yeah, I also picked Conception.
It's not animated.
Because, yeah.
And there's a bear that's just like, that like jerks him off over his pants and stuff. It just doesn't make any sense.
That's so fucking stupid.
But like the way they do it isn't very good. Like they just don't animate enough. It's terrible.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like the whole point of it is like he's this super nice guy, and all these girls have to love him, and they throw themselves at him, and he instantly wins everybody, and it's just fucking stupid. And they don't animate it. That's what bugs me the most. If they just animated it really well, I wouldn't care. Yeah, that's it.
You probably would have liked it if they animated it well.
It did have some good quotes. Like, a good one is like, the bear was like, I bet you're waiting for a hot MILF to show up with a whip in one hand and a perfectly completed tax form in the other. I'm like, that's great.
All right, Danny.
You've totally redeemed yourself.
I picked Boarding School Juliet.
Yeah, that show's lame.
That is for sure the most lamest show ever.
Yes.
You didn't even spell Juliet right, Danny.
Whatever.
Your vote is stricken from the record.
She put Juliet. Forrest Whitaker.
There we go. Fixed it.
Your vote is stricken from the record. We're going to toss your ballot.
I fixed it. It's done.
Yeah, that show was lame. Let's move away from this archetype. Like, I'm so done with that. Like, let's just...
I thought it was going to be cool because it's like, all right, cool. Like, an interpretation of William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. But it was just poorly done. And
it was okay. It was better than Conception.
I mean, I can't really speak for Conception because I never really watched it.
Trust me.
You know, Boarding School Juliet was like a too safe of a show, and Conception was too out there. Like, it's like
Conception was just bad.
Maybe
like,
they should have just
fuck.
combined it. Maybe they should have just combined it.
Combined it.
Maybe then it would have had better cinematography.
I was just about to say that. They needed more cinematography.
Fucking Danny's out here. She's like, I'm not big. I'm just big boned.
Bone apple tea.
Bone apple the tea. Or bone app the teeth.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. No, I agree with you. Boarding School Juliet is like, let's move away from this.
Boarding.
Boring.
I was just about to say that. Never mind boarding.
Jinx.
More like boring.
Where'd you learn that joke, Nick? The School of Performing Farts.
Where'd you buy your clothes? The toilet store.
It just gets worse and worse. What are you, a piece of poop? Okay, anyway. Here
we
go.
got a real award. All right, so this one's important, everybody. The best ED ending song.
Y'all notice that this one, the last one, and the one before, I just agree with Nick the whole time. Like,
I put
this one, the last
emoji.
one, and the next one.
You'll notice.
Turns out that Nick is right.
Dude, Bunny Girl Senpai ED. Oh,
dude, this song is really good.
And what they do is every character sings her part in the show. It's kind of like, I'm going to mention Ava again, where they take each character and they sing the ending song once. It's great. What's the name of it? We got to get the name here. Sorry. Ending theme. Fukushigi no Karte. And it's sung by Mai, Tomoe, Futaba, Nodoka, and Kaide. They all sing it at one time. Or like two times. It's fucking great, dude. Super catchy. Check it out. We will link it in the show notes. I can't get it out of my head.
Just to like go ahead of Danny again, that's what I chose because I really didn't. All the other endings I skipped. I wasn't really into them, and then this song though was like one I went back and listened to. Like
it already has like almost 2 million views on YouTube.
It's got like this kind of soul poppy vibe to it. Like it's super cool. It's a little funky.
Wait,
like I like.
Yeah,
it's just Mai walking along the beach.
Oh yeah. Yep. So anyway, Danny, you go ahead now. Best ending.
My best ending is Hinomaru Sumo. Don't even bother. I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce the title of the ending theme because I'm not. This ending theme is just so cool. Like it's just so macho and it just works well with the show in general. And I just love it. It's so.
This is why you need to watch Baki, Danny. So much better.
I mean, I've told you I've seen a couple episodes of Baki, and I already know what Baki the Grappler is going to be like the new one at least. So,
the ending theme is called Hizuru Basho.
There you go.
And it's by the artist Omedetai Atama de Naniori.
There you go. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. Yeah, no. Listen to it. It's pretty. It'll definitely have you going like, hoo ha, like.
Every time I can't take sumo seriously because it just makes me think of E Honda.
No, but
from
dude,
Street Fighter.
you should watch this. You should watch this. This is...
Next time I get in a fight with Nick, I'm just gonna pick him up and squeeze him like E Honda.
Sam, you should really watch this show though.
Okay, fine.
Like it gives sumo, like a place on the map, especially in sports anime. So, they really go into depth, in the art of sumo as well, and they do the classic like sports anime where like they shout out their like special moves and stuff. So
no, really.
Yeah, they do. It's really funny.
I gotta give a shout out to my favorite sumo wrestler out there, his name is Biamba. He's actually a Mongolian sumo wrestler who moved to Japan when he was like 15 or 16, and when he was just at 15 or 16 years old, he became sumo champion.
That's awesome.
That's a thick boy.
He actually met Arnold Schwarzenegger too. Like, he's really cool. That's how I learned how to cook chanko nabe, which is the soup that sumo wrestlers eat. My best ED was just what Nick said, because I like I said, it's catchy as fuck. Like, it's just...
Yeah, we'll link him in the show notes.
Here we go. Before we wrap things up with power rankings, of course, we got to choose our anime of the seasons. The position.
We'll start with
zero
Danny.
award.
I don't have one.
I wonder why.
Because all
How dare you?
all the freaking shows that I like are still ongoing.
Well, pick
Because
one of
you
those.
suck.
No, they're still ongoing.
Pick something, Danny.
Fine.
Everyone yell at Danny.
Slime.
For God's sake.
Slime is my anime of the season.
All right.
Fair enough.
And it's not
Why
a
is it
sports
your anime
anime,
season?
so be happy about that.
A lot of people like
I
that
actually
show.
am happy about that.
Yeah, a lot of people like that show. Like,
It's really cool. It's the honest, but the funny thing is, I think the reason why I like this show so much is because of Slime. This show in general is definitely not something that I would have particularly liked. I that genre especially is not something that I would like watch on a daily basis and stuff. And it's a shonen, and I'm not really too keen on shonen too much. But this show is just so it's so lovable. How can you not love these characters? So
It's like the opposite of Goblin Slayer and Overlord.
it's the complete opposite, and it's so much better. It also
Everything's
I
nice.
think
He's trying to be nice.
it's it's also, it kind of reminds me of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Oh, a little bit.
The art style, though, especially.
It's not as good as Kyo Annie, like nobody is, but it's who did the slime one again?
Like director wise or creation.
Here we go. It is Studio 8-Bit. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
They've done some stuff. What have they done? Because this show does have pretty good Infinite Stratos. There you go.
I just
classic.
Aside from the
Comet
the
Lucifer,
slime,
another gem.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop
Sorry.
talking now. It's fine. It's cool.
Oh my God, Studio
I'm
8-Bit
done
hasn't
anyway,
made like any
so-
good show.
Um,
This is Studio 8-Bit's best show.
I just liked how they like put the freaking forgot the Fire Lord that Shizu had inside her.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's like a Jin or something.
Yeah.
Or Ifrit, an Ifrit.
Yeah, Ifrit. I just liked how they added him into the show and stuff, because I've only seen Ifrit in Final Fantasy. So the fact that like they put him into an anime like this in particular was pretty interesting to see. And then frickin' Slime just like devouring him because he's like immune to fire. And then the dragon finally, like, you get to see like what happened to the dragon inside slime, and he's all like, "You're not going to get out of here, so you might as well quit trying."
Okay, so slime is your anime
slime is my anime of the season.
Yeah, it's not a sequel. That counts.
Okay, sounds good.
And
me and Sam had the same one.
And it's not a sports anime.
Like I fucking told you,
season,
the last two awards we agreed on, and then this one we agreed on.
See, look, dude, because last season me and Danny agreed on the AOTS.
Which one did we do?
Base.
Oh yeah, Asobe.
Base.
So we got me and Sam. We got to hold hands and do the thing where we jump up at the time they take the photo. Yeah,
yeah. The power of friendship.
3, 2, 1. Gridman. Yeah.
ssss.gridman or ssss.gridman. So like the SSSS
Studio Trigger redeemed themselves.
Studio Trigger, yeah. Like, and
after
this is
the debacle of Darling and the Franxx.
Like, oh yeah. And you know, like it's not like, and I said I liked Darling and the Franxx, and I do, but I obviously,
and that show was mostly A1 and Cloverworks. I think Trigger didn't do the whole show. They like consulted and helped with like part of the first part, but they didn't actually do a lot of the writing.
Right.
As far as I know.
And I know it's not the perfect show too. There's a lot of stuff wrong with it. I liked it for other reasons. But you know, Gridman, being that it's a revamp of an old Toei show, the Gridman the Hyper Agent, or the American version, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, it still holds itself as its own thing. Okay? You don't even really need to watch any other Gridman things to watch this. And the SSSX actually stands for something else. Even though it is a reference to Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, it stands for something else in the show. But anyway, this is a perfect adaptation or add-on to a live-action tokusatsu show. You know, in the past we've had animes that were based off of Garo. Vanishing Line was one of them. We've had some others that just weren't very good. And this took Gridman and made its own thing while still using all of the Gridman like lore, and still held its own. And it's just a really good show. It's a really good kaiju show. It's a really good tokusatsu show. It's just a cool anime. And like Nick said earlier, like it's not perfect. Like, you know, like it's not like, oh, you know, like not every episode is great.
Yeah, and a lot of people main issue is like all of the side characters who aren't Akane, and I guess Rika has a little more, but most of the other characters don't have as much like personality and roundedness.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's for a good reason. It's explained in the show, so it makes sense. But at the same time, it's like I wish they could have found a way to still give them that a little more agency. But I mean, it all makes sense. But you know,
I can agree with that.
That's like I would say that's the main flaw, and then the other one is like people who don't know anything about Gridman think they need to know, or like Danny, for example, just doesn't like any kind of tokusatsu robot shows. So
it's just not my thing.
Obviously, yeah. If you really don't like that, then you're not gonna watch it. So,
but even so, there's still so much reference to the old stuff from how when Yuta, the way when he transforms, and you see Gridman like going forward, and it's that really cheesy like flary background as he's like zooming in forward, to the way he drops down onto the ground. Like that's all how it happens in Ultraman, in Gridman, the Hyper Agent. Yeah. That's how he shows up, and it's super fucking cool.
They went to like great lengths to really make it look like an old tokusatsu show. Like the way they animated it and used the CG and everything, it looked like they were fighting puppets on a stage almost.
Oh, definitely.
That was fucking baller, dude. And like when Gridman was like bursting forward from the computer, it had him like, I always like have this vision of him like going up like 3 times. He's like bup bup bup. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Like all those little details.
And you know all the yelling of the moves, like "Grid the beam," like and all that shit.
Yeah,
like I'll say this just to end like my thing on it. I hope in the future if they ever some studio, whether it's Trigger or whoever, decides to make an Ultraman separate Ultraman anime.
Wasn't that announced?
I don't know, but if they do, I hope they make it like this. I hope that Subaraya Productions, the company that does Gridman and Ultraman, I hope that they go to the same people for Ultraman.
There's supposed to be one on Netflix coming up.
Oh, that's right. I don't know if it's like an anime though.
Spring
I think that's
2019. It's a 3D CG.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh man, I would love to see it if it was like this one though. But like, anyway,
it might be good. Netflix has like a lot of good anime. Like most, I don't know most, but
yeah, we're gonna have to do like a.
They're always kind of competing for one of the better anime of the season every season.
We're gonna have to do like a Netflix review. But anyway, yeah, I love Gridman. That's my anime of the season for sure.
Yeah, and basically what Sam said. But then I would also encourage everyone. One moment, I gotta find the link here. So like Anime News Network does episode impressions on every show during the season, and like Gridman had a lot of really good ones. By Christopher Ferris was the one who covered them and wrote all the, the little blurbs for every episode, and that's something worth checking out if you're interested in learning a little more about Gridman and all that type of stuff. Because we can't go into every little gritty detail here, so. Definitely check that out, Anime News Network.
For sure. Okay, Nick. That's our fucking anime. That's our last reward. So how do we proceed from here? What are we doing now? Oh, the Twitter poll. Yeah?
Oh, yeah. So we posted a Twitter poll earlier in the day. Let me bring it up. So it only lets you pick 4 options on Twitter. I thought about doing a straw poll, but I'm just like, I'll just pick the 4 popular titles that weren't sequels. I did have to leave off a couple. But the 4 that we picked were Bunny Girl Senpai, Goblin Slayer, Gridman, and Zombieland Saga. And so, like, which sequels did the audience enjoy the most? And then people said Bunny Girl Senpai won with 38%, Goblin Slayer 19%, Gridman 28%, and Zombieland 16%. So Bunny Girl was like pretty convincingly in the lead, followed by Gridman.
That
makes sense. I think that kind of falls into like.
Yeah, no, yeah. A lot of people were into Bunny Girl, like they were.
Because Bunny Girl is like really easy to get into. You don't need to feel like you're missing anything.
That's true.
I can see why people wouldn't group onto Gridman as much, but yeah, I mean. All the shows I would say are worth watching. Obviously, me and Sam think Gridman is the best one, but if you like yaoi boys, watch Danny's show. I couldn't fit 5 options, so
it's okay.
Okay, so wait, what do you want to do the power rank? How do we do power rankings again? Or do you want to do those even or no?
Oh, I think we can skip that because This was just like extra notes at the end.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So anyway, man, after fucking around for a couple weeks, we came back with a heavy episode of Fall 2018 review. What do you guys think? I liked it better than Summer Season. I feel like in Summer Season,
Summer was real light. It was like barren.
Yeah, I only enjoyed like a couple shows, like Hanebado.
Asabase was really, really good.
Asabase and Cells at Work were really good. Banana Fish carried over into this season, I think, but I heard that one had.
I heard the ending on that one wasn't the greatest.
Damn, yeah, I kind of fell off of it. I don't know. I kind of fell off of Sirius.
I have that on hold. Banana Fish.
I fell off of Sirius the Jaeger. Also, I was into Sirius the Jaeger for a bit, and then I kind of but I was into it. I don't know. But anyway, let us know what you guys think. What did you guys think of this season compared to the rest of 2018? And next week, or no, in 2 weeks, we're going to come back with the year review. So we'll let you know what we thought of this compared to the other. Which season was the better? Which show was the anime of the year? Who's best girl? Who's best guy? Who's best Nick? Who's best Danny? Find out in the next episode of Anime Summit Z. Until then, I've been Sam, the Turkey Tom, the CD-ROM, the bomb, Danny Hootenanny with the fanny. No drop, no tear, no butts, Nick. And we've been the Anime Summit What?
I like butts.
Oh, I thought you were a boob guy.
I like everything.
We've been the Anime Summit podcast.
Dude, I'm greedy, man. If you're not 11 out of 10, then walk the other way, please.
But let me watch you walk, because I like to see you walk.
Yeah, let me observe you walk, please. I need to study your gait and your stride.
All right. Never mind.
God.
I already said never mind.